Hello, it's me, Vicky, again. And in today's video, strictly speaking, it is a video for people who are learning English, because this is a video where I'm going to explain some of the language of Manchester. Now, in Great Britain, just like in Spain or any other country, I imagine, although we all speak the same language, we all speak English, we do have different accents and even different vocabulary and different words that we use. I am from Manchester. That was where I was born. That is my hometown. But I have also lived in the south of England, and of course now I've lived in Spain for many years. So I probably don't speak Manchester the same as I used to. But anyway, I thought this would be interesting because very soon I'm going to Manchester for a visit, unfortunately, for the funeral of my brother, my lovely brother Tony, who died just a short while ago. And it made me think about Manchester, though. A positive thing is what a fantastic place it is to visit. But of course, I know from Spanish people that I've spoken to who've been to Manchester, the English that you hear in Manchester is quite different from the English that you learn at school or on videos or at university, because we have a certain accent. The north itself, the north of Britain, the north of England, has a specific, lots of different accents, to be honest. So if you're from Manchester, you are a Mancunian. That's what we call people from Manchester. They are Mancunians or Mancs. And yeah, we have our own accent, we have our own way of speaking, and lots of vocabulary that isn't used in the rest of Great Britain. One very important thing about pronunciation in Manchester is when you are at university probably or school and you're taught to pronounce your vowels in English, in Manchester we pronounce them differently. So words like what you might learn as bagnio, bath, in Manchester we say bath. We use short vowels, not bath, bath. Not grass, grass. Not glass, glass. Cup, C-U-P. In Manchester, we say cup. In the south of England, they say cap, because they pronounce their U's more like an A, cap, but it's a U, it's cup, of course it's cup. And mug, like a big cup, is a mug in Manchester, whereas in the south of England you may hear it pronounced as mag, a mag of tea. So just first of all to let you know that the different pronunciation of the vowels, and funnily enough this can make it more difficult for people from the south of England to pronounce Spanish, because in Manchester we pronounce our vowels like the Spanish do, really. So yeah, grass, glass, not grass, glass. And so a lot of my students from the south of England, when I'm trying to teach them, say a simple word like casa, they'll say casa, it's in the casa, because they pronounce A's like R. But in Manchester, our A's are as they should be, of course. So just to mention that first, because that's something that you will hear, the difference between the north and the south of England and the way English is pronounced. So what we're going to look at now are some slang words, if you like, or colloquial words that we use in Manchester that may not be used in the rest of Great Britain. If you're watching and you are from Great Britain and maybe you use these words too in where you come from, let me know, because I'll be interested to know. Or any, what are the words that are used in your area that wouldn't be used in Manchester or wouldn't be used in London? Or, we all have our particular words that we use that maybe aren't used in the rest of our country. I will be doing shortly as well a video about Murcia and the Spanish, the way they say things in Murcia that are different from the rest of Spain. So I think it's interesting, especially if you happen to be in this area, because it's okay. You learn English, you think, oh yeah, English is great. You go to Manchester and you don't understand what anybody says. So it's important to realise that there are different accents. There are different ways of saying things. Okay, so I'm going to explain a word. First of all, speaking, and then it will be up on your screens for you to look at and see how it's spelt, etc. But first of all, I'll speak it, the word, an example of a sentence, and then I will show you actually how it's spelt, how it's written. Okay, are you ready? So the first word, number 1, is chuffed. How do you think that's spelt? It's good to try and think how it might be spelt, first of all, because of course you know spelling and pronunciation in English is very difficult because English is not phonetic like Spanish. So chuffed, do you know that word? Chuffed. Now, if you're chuffed, it means you're really pleased, really pleased with something. So the example I'm going to put up for you is, I was really chuffed with my new car. I was really chuffed with my new car. In other words, I was really pleased with my new car. Okay, now you're going to see how it's written. Okay. Okay, now number 2, very similar but a completely different meaning. So we had chuffed for number 1, to be pleased. The next one is chuffing, chuffing. So it's the ing, chuffing, and this is completely different meaning than chuffed. So chuffing is like, well, it's, if you're saying it's a derogatory word, if you like. If you, like, for example, if you were saying, oh, it's bloody is a swear word in English, a very mild swear word. Like, oh, it's bloody awful. You know, it's chuffing awful. Or it's to say maldito in Spanish, it would be maldito. So the example that I'm going to read out is all the chuffing food had gone. You know, and that would be like in Spanish, todo la maldita comida había desaparecido, or algo así. So, chuffing, very different meaning from chuffed. Chuffed is pleased, chuffing is like maldito, okay? So, chuffing, all the chuffing food had gone. So it's not a swear word. It's not a bad word. It's so that you don't use a swear word. Because if you didn't use chuffing, you might use a bad word. Okay, so chuffing. All the chuffing food had gone. Okay, number 3, another ing word. Hanging. Hanging or hanging if we don't, because often in English we don't pronounce H. We should pronounce H, but we don't always. But hanging is when something is horrible, horrible, revolting. If it's hanging, it's really horrible. So again, on a food theme, the example is, have you tasted the food? It's hanging. ¿Has probado la comida? No sé, es asquerosa. Es asquerosa, horrible. So, hanging, horrible. Have you tasted the food? It's hanging. Okay, number four. Number four is brew. A brew. This is a noun, a brew. And a brew is a cup of tea, but it's a slang word for a cup of tea. So we might say, can you put the kettle on? I really need a brew. I really need a brew. When we say brew, we mean tea. We know it's tea, not coffee. Okay, so puedes poner el agua, la hervidora para hervir el agua, porque necesito una taza de té. So, can you put the kettle on? I really need a brew. Always. We like tea. British people like tea. Okay, let's see that written down. Okay, so number 5 is sound. Now, you may know this word as sonido, but this is a completely different meaning. It's a positive meaning. If something is sound, it's really good. Okay, so if you were, or a person, so they are really sound people, means they are really good people. Anything that is sound is good. Okay, sound, they are really sound people. Okay, another positive one, number 6, sorted. Sorted. If we're sorted, everything's okay, finished, complete, good. It's a very good, positive word. So, for example, we just have one more job to do and then we are sorted. Yeah, solo tenemos un trabajo más y estamos terminado, estamos arreglado. So, sorted. We just have one more job to do and then we're sorted. Let's see it written down. Okay, another positive word. It's nice to see so many positive words. Mint. Mint. Mint is menta. Yeah, that is its proper meaning. But in Mancunian slang, Adele's new album is mint. So el álbum nuevo de Adele es fantástico. Mint is very positive. Mint. Adele's new album is mint. Okay, so let's look at it written down. Okay, something very particular to the north, I think in Manchester in particular, is our kid. If I talk about our kid, oh, I went to the cinema with our kid. I don't mean my child, I mean my brother or sister or a member of my family. Our kid can really be any member of your family, but normally is a brother or sister. Also, you can say, use the name of your brother or sister or whichever member of the family. Like I would talk about my brother, I would say, our Tony, our Tony. I have 2 brothers, our Simon, our Susan, my sister, our Julie, my other sister. But also for my sister-in-law, our Linda, our Stephen, my nephew, our Kimberly, my niece. Any member of my family, if I say our, which means nuestro, before the name, it means it's that particular member of my family, not any Tony or any Simon or any Kimberly. It's my relative. Okay, so our kid is just brother or sister, or our plus the name of the person is a member of your family. Okay, let's see that written down. Okay, hope you're understanding okay. Now you have to have a trip to Manchester so you can practice your Mancunian dialect. Okay, number 9 is pop. Pop. Now, pop is a fizzy drink, any kind of fizzy drink. Coca-Cola, Fanta Limon, all these fizzy drinks, refrescos con gas, are pop. Okay, and for the example I'm using here is, have we got any pop in the fridge? I'm thirsty. So, tenemos algún refrescante en el frigorífico? Tengo sed. So, have we got any pop in the fridge? I'm thirsty. Let's see it written down. Number 10, Ginnel. Ginnel. And Ginnel is a little alleyway, like un pequeñito callejón, or algo así. So this is very particular to Manchester. The Ginnel, the little alley. So for example, there's a Ginnel at the end of the street you can cut through. So, hay un callejón al final de la calle que puedes pasar rápido. So, there's a Ginnel at the end of the street that you can cut through. Let's see it written down. Okay, number 11, dead. Now, we know this word dead, muerto, but also we can use it positively in Manchester for something that is really whatever. So it's dead nice, it's dead good, it's dead, oh, he's dead handsome, she's dead pretty. So it's a positive description. And the example I'm using here is, their new car is dead nice. Their new car is dead nice. Yes, su coche nuevo es muy bonito, muy bueno. Let's see that written down. Okay, now we have spitting. When it's spitting, it's a tiny bit, it's rain, but very fine rain. So es lluvia muy fino, que pasa mucho en Manchester. In Manchester is the rainy city. Se llama la ciudad lluviosa, porque siempre está lloviendo in Manchester. Es famoso por su lluvia. And spitting, though, is a very fine rain that is so common, so it wouldn't stop you going out or doing anything. Otherwise, we'd never do anything. So spitting. So the example sentence: it was spitting all day yesterday, but they still went to the park. Okay, it was spitting all day yesterday, but they still went to the park. So spitting. Let's see it written down. Okay, number 13, another spitting. Spitting feathers. I'm spitting feathers a little bit at the moment. If you're spitting feathers, you need a drink because you're very thirsty. And that's the example I'm using here. I need a drink. I'm spitting feathers. And this could be any drink. It could be an alcoholic drink, it could be a cup of tea, it could be pop, it could be any drink. It's not a particular drink. So if you're spitting feathers, you're very thirsty and you need a drink. Let's see it written down. Oh, so it's escupiendo plumas is what it means in Spanish. So I don't think there's any equivalent, but if there is, you let me know, please. Okay, now this is very important. You know, in Manchester, is very famous for its football. And we have Manchester City, which is my team, the Blues. In Manchester, you're either blue or red. If you're blue, you like Manchester City. That's me. If you're red, you like Manchester United. You must never, I mean, for short, we just say City or United. We don't have to say the Manchester. When I came to Spain, I noticed that if I said I was from Manchester, people would say, Manchester, a very good football team, meaning Manchester United. But there are two teams in Manchester, Manchester City and Manchester United. We never say Manchester only. It's either City or United, or Manchester City or Manchester United. And of course, Manchester City is the best. Let's see that written down. Excuse me. Okay, number 15, another ing. This is gagging, when you're gagging for something. So when you're gagging for something, you really want something. So the example, John said he's gagging for a night out. So he really wants a night out. So tiene muchas ganas de salir. So gagging, when you're gagging for something, you really want something. Okay, so let's see how that's written down. Number 16, a word very particular to Manchester, mither. Please stop mithering me when somebody is bothering you, annoying you, molestándote. Yeah, so mither is to bother or annoy. Will you please stop mithering me? Again, let's see it written down. Number 17, very particular word to Manchester, top. If something's top, it's not the top, like it's not number one, the first, it's fantastic. Yeah, he's a top guy. He's a really great guy. Or the example I'm using, which I think is true, if you haven't watched it, you should watch it. Squid Game is a top series on Netflix. So it's not saying it's the number one series, it's just saying that it's really good. And it is really good. So top. Squid Game is a top series on Netflix. So let's see it written down. And the last one, again, very particular to Manchester. I don't think they use it anywhere else. As far as I know, anybody who's watching, let me know if you use this in your town, in your locality, which is skrike. Skrike. And skrike is to cry. Your mum or your dad might say to you, stop skriking. You know, stop crying. And the example that I'm using is, that baby never stops skriking. That baby never stops skriking. So skrik is the verb. It's a colloquial way of saying to cry. Okay, so that's it. That's the last one. Now you've got all the Manchester dialect you need to go for a nice trip. Manchester's a fantastic city to visit. I hope you go and visit it. Thank you. Okay, so that's it for this video. Eso es todo para este video. Thank you for being here with me to learn English or Spanish. I appreciate it. So gracias por estar aquí conmigo para aprender inglés o español. Te lo agradezco mucho. Why not stay a little while with me and keep me company? Watch a few more videos to learn Spanish or English. If you feel like it, of course. Quédate conmigo un rato para aprender inglés o español. Para darme compañía. Si te apetece, claro. And finally, as always, finalmente, como siempre, que tu Dios vaya contigo. May your God go with you. And I will see you real soon in the next video. Y te veo muy pronto en el próximo video. Gracias. Thank you. Adiós.